Welcome back, Curry Crew. Today we're making another delicious recipe for you. So today we're going to be making a meringue tower dessert recipe. It's inspired by Gordon Ramsay. However, we're going to put our own Indian twist on it, and it's going to turn out amazing. So we're going to be making a saffron pistachio white chocolate meringue tower. I know it sounds like a mouthful, but it's going to be absolutely amazing. So let's jump straight into our recipe. We're going to interrupt your video right now just to let you know that we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, guys. So if you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button down there so that you can watch all of the new videos that we post every week. We're going to post 2 videos every week. You want to make sure you see those recipes. So click subscribe and then punch that notification bell so you know when the videos come out. And now, back to your video. So start by first separating 4 egg whites from their yolks and placing them in a large mixing bowl. Then using a hand mixer, we will whisk the egg whites until we achieve soft peaks, which should look like this. Once you reach soft peaks, add in a small pinch of saffron strands, about 7 or 8, into your egg whites, and then we will once again whisk using our hand mixer. And while we are whisking, we will gradually add in 200 grams of sugar, and eventually we want to add in all of the sugar and reach stiff, glossy peaks, which should look like this. You can see the difference between soft and stiff peaks here, and it's important to whisk until stiff peaks because we want to incorporate as much air into our meringue as possible. This will help us have a nice and airy dessert and one that's not overly dense. This recipe is very easy and simple to follow. You just have to get a few technical things correct. However, in the end, you're going to get a dessert that's impressive and it's delicious, and everyone's going to fall in love with everything that you've done. Now, next we have taken 50 grams of pistachios and given them a nice chop, and we're going to add in half of the pistachios into our meringue and save the other half to place on top later. Add in the pistachios and gently mix them into your batter, but make sure not to mix too much because you don't want to knock too much air out of the egg whites. Next, we're going to take 2 baking sheets and we're going to line them with some parchment paper. A quick tip to get your parchment paper to stay still: apply a tiny bit of your batter to the 4 corners of the tray, and this should keep the parchment paper in place. Next, we're going to take our meringue and we're going to add it onto the baking trays, and we're going to form a nice 1 inch or half an inch thick circle, and we just want to use a little spatula to form it out and make sure it's nice and flat. And then we're going to bake our layers of our meringue in the oven at 275 degrees Fahrenheit or 140 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until the top of the meringue is firm when you give it a gentle, slight touch. Don't press too much or else you're going to just cave in your entire meringue. Just gently touch it. If it feels a little bit firm, then you're good. Then you can turn off the oven and allow it to cool in the oven with the door closed. Do not open the oven and let the air escape, because not only is letting it cool in the oven gonna let it finish cooking, but also it's gonna prevent our meringue from cracking. So while our meringue is cooling down completely in the oven, we can work on our white chocolate and saffron filling. So for our filling, we're gonna need 100 grams of white chocolate and 200 milliliters of heavy cream. We're gonna melt the white chocolate in a mixing bowl over a bain-marie, which basically just means that you're doing it over a bowl of hot water, and you just want it to gently heat up the chocolate slowly and evenly, and you don't want to rush it, so just let it heat up over that boiling water while you work on your cream and everything else. So while the chocolate is melting, we're going to use a hand mixer and we're going to whisk our heavy cream, but first we want to take a pinch of saffron in a mortar and pestle, and we will give it a quick crush, and then take 1 to 2 spoons of your heavy cream and mix it into the mortar and pestle to combine it with the saffron, because the saffron released all of its natural oils and you want to make sure that it's completely incorporated into the cream afterward. So then we're going to take the saffron and cream combo and we're going to add it into the overall mixing bowl with the rest of our cream. And now, using the hand mixer, we are going to whisk until we get soft peaks. By the time our cream is ready, our white chocolate should also be melted and ready for us to use. So allow the chocolate to cool slightly, and then we're going to add in about 75 to 80% of the white chocolate into the cream, and we're going to leave the rest aside for later. Mix slowly until the white chocolate is fully incorporated into your cream, and now once our meringue is cooled, we can begin our assembly. So take a small amount of the saffron and white chocolate cream and apply it to your plate. This will just make sure that it holds everything in place. Then we're gonna place one of our layers on top of the cream, and then we're gonna apply more of our cream filling on top. Next, we're gonna add in a nice even layer of chopped pistachios, and then we can add our second layer of our meringue. We're gonna repeat with the filling and the pistachios until we are done. And last but not least, we're gonna take our remaining white chocolate from earlier, and we're gonna drizzle it over the top of our meringue tower. And there we have it, guys, a dessert that will truly impress your friends and family, and one that everyone will love and ask for more. So let's go ahead and dig in before it runs out. So guys, here is our final dish. You can see the layers of the cream that we have in there, along with the white chocolate on top and the delicious meringue. Oh, it smells so delicious. So I'm gonna dig right in and get a nice bite of it. Here we go. Guys, it is so delicious. Oh my God. You know when I can't stop eating it, it's amazing. So, it's so good. You need to try this out for yourself, because if you don't, you're missing out. You need to try this recipe. You're gonna fall in love, and whoever tries it at your house will fall in love with you. So try it out. Let us know how it turns out for you, and keep on cooking.